Hello. Hi there, and welcome to my channel. I've been craving me some Death Note. This is such a nostalgia pick. It had such a massive impression on me. It's still a 10 out of 10 on my anime list. No, this is just a masterpiece. Season 1 especially is just so epic and amazing. Season 2, yeah, we can... But Season 1, I've never experienced anything like that. And I never will. No, somebody will create something like it. But yeah, the entire concept and the characters and the intellect of it, but also the childishness of it somehow. And it's just chef's kiss. Very good stuff. It's a Death Note time. Yeah, this is a rewatching. I've seen it several times, I think, but I haven't seen it in a while. And I don't know how I will think of things, but I definitely enjoyed it a lot when I first saw it. And also any subsequent times I've seen it. On which team am I, L or Light? Well, both and none of them, because each of them is equally epic and troubled in different ways, but I guess L is slightly less psychopathic. But you know, if he was in Light's position, what would become of him, you know? Hey, we can have Japanese audio and English subtitles. Dude, do they have even Latvian? They don't have Latvian subtitles. Not that I want to. I'm a normal person. I don't want subtitles in my own language. What do you mean? That would be insane. Guess if I didn't know English, then I would prefer subtitles in my own language. But you know, nah. This is Latvian Netflix, and we don't have anything in Latvian. Awesome. Should be good. Let's watch it. I'm so excited. Yeah, I wonder why don't they have higher resolution, but it will do, especially in this small screen you see, it will be fine. And I typically don't do the big screen and me in the corner. That's me in the corner. Dun, 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 dun. Dim, 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 dim. Okay, Rebirth. Let's watch. Oh, literal chills. Oh my god. Like I have goosebumps like everywhere on my arms and shoulders. It's just like the soundtrack, the mood is just... Rebirth, episode 1. Brilliant but bored high school student Yagami Raito suddenly finds himself holding the power of life and death in his hands. Brilliant but bored high school student. Haven't we all been there? I was definitely one of those. Also resentful about being born and blaming my parents for it. That's a weird shot. Is that a mouth? It had teeth. This is the Shinigami realm. These, how do you call the singing like these in cathedrals? Like these religious, but the cool singing? Not like, oh, Jesus came. I don't know how you call this sort of singing, like this ethereal, sort of in a church singing. Oh, it's somehow very atmospheric. Ryuk, hello. Terrifying cutie. Just give him an apple. I have to read now. No. Ryuk. Nah, I'm above your stupid games.
Yeah,
I have my eyes set on something. Oh, that's so cool, the transition from Ryuk's red eye to Light's red eye. I haven't watched an anime for years. I used to watch anime every day until I got yelled at. You, this peasantry of you and this classroom, I'm so above all of you. But I will sigh theatrically and I will read perfectly and everybody will be like, ah. Also, spot the main character. I'm sitting by the window. Interesting text. He's dead in the eyes. Everybody is shocked. Oh no, look at Light. He's so upset.
同じことの繰り返し。
Lied to.
まったくくだらねえ。
They're the same.
この世は
腐ってる。
What? I thought I would be more upset by this text because it's such a angsty teenager speech, but I find this very hilarious, and I'm just so happy to be rewatching this. But also, if you think that the world is rotten, then the part of the world that's rotten is also your thought of it. By the way, you're contributing to rottedness by thinking that. You know, because Light could have focused on other things too. Yes, the murders happen. Cool. Not cool. So many cool things are happening. All the advancements, people are trying to... There's research. There are people trying to figure out how ravens talk. They're recording all the sounds ravens make, and they're using AI to figure out exactly how they talk. We will soon be able to talk to, like, birds. Awesome! Why wouldn't you focus on birds? Yagami Raito. Come on, birds so cool. I actually fed my first bird from my hand. I mean, it didn't perch on my hand, but I put my hand on the log from which the bird feeds, and the bird came to my hand and ate from my hand and put its little feet on my hand. Yes, I still understand there are murders or horrible things happening, and actually everything is collapsing way faster now, but there are birds. And there are such cool bird feeders and bird baths, heated bird baths for winter. But yes, we can also, of course, narrowly focus on the horrible things. Only those, and then we become like a Yagami Raito. Why do they make Japanese anime in specific? They make the classrooms and all the foods and all the scenery so, like, nostalgic, and, like, I want to be there. I want to be a high schooler again, and I want to just be in this world. It's so weird. Like, if you would just show me a clip from my high school or anything like that, I'd be like, ugh, glad I'm out of there. But this seems like, wow, they somehow always imbue all of this with, like, magic and just the lighting and everything. Listen to the English pronunciation of the professor. I wonder why don't they just pick someone who can also speak English, but okay. And this is how it begins. How shocked he is. Oh, this music. Come on, pick it up, yo. Come on, you're so bored. I wonder why wasn't he sent to, like, a boarding school or something? If he's so smart, he can easily pass all the tests and get into places for free. Free tuition, free living environment. He is understimulated. He's so smart, and he's allowed to do nothing with his smarts. Obviously, he'd be, like, insane. I wonder why his parents weren't like, boo, go to, like, England or America and just... Here's a cool university, and if you pass all the tests, if you're the best, you get in for free. Go, have at it. I don't know. Why don't you do that? Oh boy, here we go.
Death Note. 直訳で死のノート。
What's that smirk?
使い方。このノートに名前を書かれた人間は死ぬ。
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
まったく病んでるな。
Couldn't resist it, huh? What's in your bag there? Come on, show.
どうかしてるな、僕も。
Boku, he says. I think that's a very young man's way of referring to himself, and a little bit not feminine, but I think Ore is the masculine man and Boku is more like a boy.
各人物の顔が頭に入っていないと効果はない。
His eyes were so dead in the opening shots, and now he's, like, so intently reading it and focusing on it.
名前を書くと死ぬか。本当にくだらない。
Mm-hmm. You'd keep telling that, but you keep thinking about it. Yeah, if he wasn't so bored out of his mind. Why do they make everything so epic? Just wait until he eats a potato chip. Oh my god.
本当に死んだら 僕は殺人犯か。
Yes. Yes, it does, Light.
まさかな。そんなわけあるはずない。
昨日新宿の繁華街で6人もの人を殺傷した通り魔は今なお幼児と保育士8人を人質にこの保育園に立てこもっており、
What a perfect opportunity.
原田九郎無職42歳となって
Uh,
説得を開始する模様です。
42, he looked way older. I mean, Light doesn't believe about it. I like the fact that even though he thinks this is a prank, he doesn't believe that it will work. But in case it works, he picks somebody who Light deems worthy of being killed, I guess? Or unworthy of life?
以上現場からお伝えしました。
ありがとうございました。
Aww. He was disappointed. Look at that face. He wanted something to happen. He kind of hoped that the person will die. So he was willing to be a martyr even now, just for something exciting to happen. Light.
ちょっと待ってください。動きがあったようです。
人質が出てきました。皆無事のようです。
Are you shocked now, Light?
犯人は保育園内で死亡。犯人は死亡した模様です。
死亡？
This sort of not elevator music, but like a crime scene investigation music in the background.
心臓麻痺。
Yeah.
いや、偶然だ。偶然に決まってる。
It could be.
もう6時半になるわよ。
Alright, though, honey, what you doing? Just committing murders.
デスノート。でも万一これが本物だとしたら、もう一度試してみる価値はある。
He said, if this really works, then it's worth testing out one more time and not like, oh, I'm actually a murderer now. Like, oh my God. No, that doesn't cross his mind. He's like, must check again. Like, he's a real scientist.
すぐに結果が欲しい。
He's so insane.
2000円でいいから貸してよ。
またですか。
須藤、殺してみるか。
Light up,
Yeah.
please.
身近な人間はなるべく避けた方がいいな。
You'd kill someone just because they're a slight bully. Do you know how people become bullies? Yeah, visit his home, see what his parents are like. Maybe you should kill his parents. Oh, Light. Yeah, this is actually interesting. Would I kill somebody? You know, this is perhaps a conversation for another day.
どうせあんな奴の一人や二人、死んでも誰も何も思わない。
Of course they would care. Why is he so extremely resentful? Like, why isn't he having any sort of guidance from anyone? Poor guy. He's so focused, tunnel vision on these horrible things and horrible things people do, and he thinks he knows how a proper person should act. Like me, of course. You know, those others, bleh. If I could make the rules, the world would be so great. Terrifying mind you have,
こうなるとどいつもこいつも
but not you.
殺した
No,
方が
no,
世
no.
の中のためになるやつ
You
ば
are
かりに見えてくる。
special.
お姉さん今から俺らと遊ばんない？さすがたくさん。俺渋い丸拓を略して渋拓。付き合ってよ素敵なお姉さん。
If you care about helping society be better, you go and just say something to them to get them off from the lady and escort her into the store, for example. You don't try to attempt to kill the person with the death note you just found. Yagami, you do not just kill people like that. What's wrong with you? Everything.
めくって脱がして全部。いいっすか？
Well, this is a bit too much now. But if there was at least any person who would just come in here and be like, yo, nah, that's not how we treat ladies, then I think they would stop because they're mostly messing around. Although they are doing things that are severely not okay, but I think just being out, just you being like, hey, I see what you're doing, fuck off, would be enough in this case because they're doing this in front of a store in a very public place.
さあどうなる。
危ね
決まりだ。デスノート。
And why does this prove it? Because it's the second time, and 2 times it cannot be a coincidence? Interesting reasoning you have.
え。さて、そろそろ行くか。
And Light is still not having any issues with murdering 2 people. I don't think he understands how people become murderers and rapists. Why is he not investigating why they become like that? Because if you're not investigating that, you are on the path of becoming that. Sorta. Yeah, if you're already having such thoughts as Light is having. Yeah. This is a cool place.
デスノート落としちまった。
I dropped it.
2冊持ってたじゃねえか。2冊とも落としたのかよ。
The music and the sound effects and just all of it is so insane, but so good. Interesting mind of the person who wrote this.
ただいま。
I just murdered 2 people today.
ああ、全国模試の結果ね。
早く。
はい。
あら、また1。頑張ったわね、ライト。
まあね。じゃあ勉強するから邪魔しないでね。
I think there was a research that if you only give your child 15 minutes of actual direct attention, where you're not asking for their homework, you're not requiring anything from them, you're just looking at them and trying to feel what they feel and understand what they understand. You're just curious, you know, what you're experiencing. And you do that for 15 minutes a day. They will not become a psychopath. Congratulations. Yeah, but here she greeted him by the door. That's kind of nice, but she did not see him at all. All she was interested in was the score. And now she wants to give him a reward. She's not asking him what being number 1 means to him. She's, yeah, going through the motions, and not badly. This is kind of what we are used to people doing, these interactions. But yeah, there is no true seeing, like, I see you into your soul, right? That's, yeah, we kind of let that out from our daily life. I will epically open my drawer. You are insane. A certified insane person.
気に入ってるようだな。
Hi.
驚いてないよ、リュウク。
Not anymore. You were, though.
過去にデスノートが人間界に出回った話は、
But nobody was insane enough to actually use it. Like
たった
this.
5日でここまでやったのはお前が初めてだ。波じゃビビってここまで書けない。
Not just too scared. Like, who are you to play God? How can you say that that horrible person deserves to die right now? Maybe they did their horrible things and now they will be changed or something. I don't know, and figure out a way to clear the oceans of plastic or something. How do you know that that person is completely gone forever? You know, let's say if we knew what Hitler will do, yeah, and if we had a Death Note, should we have stopped him? I mean, it's kind of like immediately yes, but then again, in theory, that was a very good, horrible learning for us on what not to do. Not that we learned from it. You know, again, the question is, what are we on this earth, in this reality, to do, to experience? And what is this reality for? If this reality is we need to experience horrible things to learn to not do them, then we need to let the horrible things happen to at least to some degree. And we need to always try to minimize them happening and educate people and, yeah, guide them to better places. But there will be always component of horrible things if this is what the reality for us is. Unless I see all the life paths of that person, I don't think I should decide on their life or death. Because who am I to know what they're here to do? And maybe this is a very difficult concept, but maybe in them doing the horrible thing, it helps more people. Why? Because we learn that that is what we do not want, and we will do everything to make sure it never happens again. Had we not had that experience, we would know that that is something we need to prevent, and it might have happened way worse had they not had that. So what do we know really? How do we know how to live? Light obviously knows how to live.
そして死神が来た。
It's my time
僕
to
は
go.
どうなる？魂を取られるのか？
Nah, not yet.
俺はお前に何もしない。
I'm just gonna have fun.
つまりそいつはもうお前のものだ。
Nice sound effects.
じゃあ本当にデスノートを使った代
Of
償
course there is.
何もないんだな。
Light jumps to very interesting conclusions. He kind of is extremely intelligent, but he is lacking a lot in the common sense department and emotional intellect. But that is why this is so very entertaining.
死んでからのお楽しみだ。
Want we all? And this is how a love story was
お
born
前
between Duke and the apples.
すごいぜ人間界のリンゴは。こういうのなんて言うんだ？ジューシ
Juicy indeed.
ー。選んじゃいない。賢い自分が選ばれたとでも思ったのか？
Not the smartness, the murderness.
なぜかって退屈だったから。
Same as you.
それにしても随分名前書いたな。
すでに主だった犯罪者の名前は書き尽くし、徐々に悪人のレベルも下げてる。
それが何だと言うんだ？
Because it is me who knows what is evil, what is good. Because it is me who is good, and all of these are evil, and I shall purify the world of them. I'm the one that knows what is the best for humans on this earth. Sure. Sure you do.
いやしかし正義の裁きを下してどうするつもりだ？なぜそんなこと？
僕も退屈だったから。
I was bored. I'm no longer.
二人も
Okay, so he was upset about it. Good.
命だ。軽いはずがない。
Correct.
僕に勝手に人を裁く権利があるのか？
No, you do not.
いや、違う。いつも思ってたことじゃない
And you're
か。世の中腐っている。腐ってる奴は死んだ方がいい。誰
Like,
かがやらなくてはいけないんだ。
oh my god.
自らの精神や命を。
I can understand where he's coming from, but it's like, it's such a ridiculously narrow perspective. If you, yeah, again, I said it. If you don't know how people become this way, then it's very easy to think that, if only they didn't exist, then we all would be living in a paradise. No. That's not how it works.
いや、僕にしかできないんだ。
And the light's shining. The clouds are opening for him
世の
specifically.
中を変えてやる。
He is the chosen one. My sweet summer child. I do appreciate how ridiculous this is. Ridiculously epic. Not the murders, but the the hand swipings.
やがて誰も悪いことができなくなるように。そしてそうすれば確実に世界はいい方向に進んでいく。そして僕が認めた真面目で心の優しい人間だけの世界を作り上げてい
I'm
く。
the new god.
そんなことしたら性格悪いのお前だけになるぞ。
Correct.
そして僕も新世界の神となる。
Chills.
やっぱり人間って
Chills for Ryuk as well.
面白い。
Omoshiroi indeed. Still extremely epic. It's also ridiculously ridiculous at this point. You kind of root for Light, not because you want actually someone to do these things, and maybe there is someone who thinks like that. May you find peace at some point, but it's really fun to see how he can do it and avoid being caught and all of it. That we will see, obviously, but yeah, it's just so ridiculously epically made. Yeah, that you kind of don't care that he's like insane psychopath with a god complex and just so many issues. Actually, just one issue. Um, yeah, he's bored. I want to watch more, but it's like already 11 and I should be in bed by now. This is my own bedtime that I put for myself. Uh, Nobody's forcing me to go to bed at a certain time, but it works best for me if I do. But yeah, wow. What an anime. I wonder, I guess I want to read up on the author and why did he came up with this? Is this something he just channeled or was grappling with? Very interesting because this is such a strange concept and also very childish concept in a way. You know, there are these bad people and I will erase them. Like that's what a child would think. That's not really adult thing, but maybe the author had observed some bad things when he was younger and then he became someone who, you know, draws manga and he thought to revisit that. And revisit he did epically. Yeah, I wonder. Um Definitely I'm glad he did because this is amazing and it's been amazing for so long, but yeah. I don't remember anything I said throughout this. I was just so engaged. Let's see if it's watchable even. My reaction that is. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed something as well. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts about Death Note are and this, you know, Light and his mental state in the beginning. Um, how it is where you live. Do you receive any guidance from parents, teachers, peers about what human is and how consciousness works and how emotions work and thoughts work and emotional regulation work and perception work and awareness work? I never received any of those. But I was forced to become reasonable. Would be interesting to hear because I think there are in some places I think where people are more connected with Earth or whatever they feel connected to. Yeah, maybe the teachings are better there. And you do not have the same worldview as Light did. Because it's a very painful worldview to maintain within yourself. Yeah, again, I'm not saying that these horrible things are not happening. Yes, they are. But that's not the only thing that's happening. So broaden your perspective and then figure out what you're the most excited on in fixing. And also, if you want to make it so that there are no bad people doing bad things, then figure out how they become that. Yeah, and help with that. Help raise the next generation to not be crazy psychopaths. Good luck. And good luck to us all in these crazy times. Okay, bye.